Here's the thing. Sven wrote the first letter, and I decided to tell Feindal about it. And now Feindal has written a terrible letter, making Sven look in a bad light, which he didn't really need help with, to be honest. So why am I not given the option to tell Camilla about both of them writing bad letters? That's supposed to be an option. Am I supposed to talk to Feindal first? I'm not about to do that. In order to do that, I would need to go back to my save that was before Bleak Falls Barrow. I am not giving up on all that progress. Forget it. I guess this is going to be one of the few side quests they'll just have to go unfinished. And here's another problem I have with this game. As you will soon see, the companions fighting a giant. And I try my darndest to reach them before they kill this giant, before I do, before I can land the killing blow. Okay, well I did hit it.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield sister.
Oh?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
But you see how fast they killed the giant, right? If you don't kill the giant in time, or if you don't hit it at all, Ayla will come up to you and be like, "We took care of that. No thanks to you." Well, excuse me, princess. I didn't realize I had to do something first. While we're here, we might as well give this guy a talking.
Need a ride?
Yes. Well,
I know the Companions make their home here. Their mead hall, Jorvaskar, is the oldest building in the city.
Really?
Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward.
You know what sounds like a real waste of time is a feud between families.
Good day.
I'm gonna discover the stables first, because you gotta do that before you can fast travel to places. You gotta discover them. It's not enough just to be nearby and see them in the distance. These guys are great.
Perhaps you have encountered Madran or Akari. Both are sworn to me, and both have worthy goods to offer.
I love the way these guys sound.
The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly.
Aww.
An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made.
Which is where you guys come in.
It is all in this note.
Oh, bandit attacks.
Take a look.
Simple missions, but I can take care of them. Cork bolt arrow. I guess that's from the new things that were added. Oh, look at that! A steel sword. I needed that. Thank you.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got 2 clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn?
I'm not picking sides.
Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side.
No, we don't. You just made that up.
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
Isolde, the drug dealer.
Advantages.
She was usually my wife.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by.
Sounds
A
fun.
few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is.
What do you mean? How would I know? Oh, because I'm a dark elf. Right, the Nords hate me.
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son?
Tired of bread and
What of
stew?
Thorold?
Had enough of fish
Is
and
he
fowl?
nothing?
Treat
So
yourself and your
don't
kid
talk
to
to
a
me
choice
about
cut of steak
suffering.
or a tender rack of ribs.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still
Chops
lives.
and
I
steaks
feel
fit
it
for
in my
your
heart.
Come and see my
So
sledge.
tell me, Battleborn, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding
Fruits and
him?
vegetables are
Why,
disappointing.
I've got him in my cellar. He's my
The finest
prisoner.
cuts, fresh from the wild.
Face it, Carl.
If you were getting them
Your
from my
stupid
farm,
son is dead.
they'd be twice as
He
fresh.
died a storm. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
Shouldn't have said anything in the first place, you idiots. I feel like these jerks went up to this old
I've got
poor
a recipe
lady
for
just so they can
venison
do
soup
that.
I want to try out.
Be careful!
Anytime
Sorry.
Certainly.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive.
You can feel it, can't you?
Battleborn. They're in with the Imperials. They know it too. And yet they lie to my very face.
The nerve!
It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home.
I can assure
I'll
you it's
tell you
all
the
fresh.
whole story.
Hunt the game
Come to chat with an
Okay.
old woman, Do your good deed
As you
for the
say.
day.
I'm still not picking a side, but I will say, these Battleborns seem like genuine a-holes.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single.
What?
They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl.
You know what would be great is if Carlotta was an option for marriage? specifically because you have no interest in her. It would be funny.
That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh.
He sounds like a simp.
If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though.
I'm a bard by trade.
I don't care.
Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. Buried!
Don't let her get away with this!
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that. You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me?
He's not so much of a loot player as he thinks he
I'll
is.
settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
Good night.
For the business.
Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kid.
It's a shame, isn't it? This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through. Even its name is an echo.
I think your Greek accent slipped out to your American on echo. That last word you said.
I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself.
I'll deal with it.
Your spirit is strong. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Speaking of orphans, children were a terrible idea. Oh, lady with a sword.
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need
What's
more
the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Who's Alvor?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past.
I saw no
But
reason
it's
not
none
to
of
be.
my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? By Ismir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we
I
continue
feel like
to
the
trust the
only
strength of
Jarl
the
who should be
walls
sitting in their chair
against
like
the
this
dragon?
is the one from Falkreath.
We should send
Because he strikes me as the lazy one.
Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleakfall's Barrow. You already found it.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword.
Quiet.
So I practice with
now.
my fists.
We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it.
Because he ran away?
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me.
Alright, let's take care of Dragon. Let's see if this place is open. It is.
there have been plenty of times where I came into this shop and this guy looked at me like, you need to leave. You're not supposed to be here. I guess it was some kind of glitch that I encountered when I was downloading mods or something. So, we're cool?
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
Yes. By the way, why is it called the Drunken Huntsman?
Yes, I hear that question often.
You do?
My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead.
Ah.
After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer.
Oh no.
He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop.
It's actually a pretty good story.
Take a look.
I did want to buy a better bow. Right now I'm just using a regular hunting bow. Which of course has a damage of 9. But I can get an Imperial bow for a damage of 10. Oh, the Steel War Axe. Yes, please.
Thank you very much for your
business. I'm gonna unfavorite this. Get rid of it. Favorite these. And this. And I'm gonna sell this to him.
Hagraven or Horker, it matters not. We've got the arrows to fell any game.
Good.
Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
There you go. And you can have this. And this. I'm not gonna wear it. Am I naked?
Farewell.
You sell clothes, right? Or
Welcome
armor?
to War Maidens. Now you, my girl, have definitely come to the right place.
Oh?
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
This is some cool armor, I suppose.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade.
Oh,
I need
hi,
more
babe.
experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun, and we'll pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. We will find her eventually.
Anyway, dragon.
Let's save us. Here he comes again.
They fly away too fast.
You can't win!
Ooh, and he's got stuff. That could be a nice thing to wear. Let's see. Yeah, I don't look bad.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
I'm a what?
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather...
By the gods! What manner of power is that?
Those born with the dragon blood in them. like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Where is she?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecar. You ain't a Norn.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Actually, I decided a while ago that after we've taken care of the dragon, that I would go ahead and talk to that carriage man. Because I would like to discover some more areas. I'll be back. Thing is, about the whole Dragonborn thing, I don't mind it. In theory. The idea. That was kind of cool. What I do have a problem with is the fact that I am the Dragonborn. I would have preferred it if I was a Dragonborn. I don't mind a chosen one story so much. It works for Zelda. But I'm not a fan of the way it's executed in this game.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
There's an interesting cutscene we can watch.
First time to Solitude? Beautiful old city. Capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you'll...
Already knew that. Well, I know it now. I mean, I have known it for quite a while, after all the times I've played this game. But as far as Mercury is concerned, yes, she has not known that yet. Hey, the Khajiit.
The road makes this one weary.
Ooh.
All right, but if you get arrested, do not blame it on me.
I shan't.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
I don't like sand. It's cool.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
You should tell her that her uncle
Traitor!
is scum
You
that betrayed his
betrayed
High
us!
King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak! There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Even in a video game, there's no due process. This guy have no trial?
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Oh yeah, this person is busy, I guess. I would have preferred a hanging.
Don't thing that's not happened. They cut his head off? Hundreds doesn't seem right to me.
I still can't believe he knew what he was doing when he opened that gate.
I guess it's all over. I expected... I don't know what I expected.
Rogvir, why did it have to be like this?
Well, because the politics are stupid.
Pissed. You wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
What's this problem you have? Actually, let's talk about Rogvir real quick.
Hi, I'm the headsman here in Solitude. It's my job. Depends on what you mean by busy. I'm also the head jailer in the dungeon here. Quiet job, usually. Ain't got one, but I'd fancy a chance at that Jari Ra's scrawny neck. Filthy Argonia never would have set foot in this city if High King Torrig was still alive. I can tell you that. I may have accidentally let a prisoner escape, the leader of one of those bandit groups.
Oh.
I told everyone he died during questioning, and I need you to track him down and make sure he doesn't show up to disprove that.
You got it, boss.
Good. I'll have a sack of coin waiting for you when you get back.
Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. What? You see a man fallen on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me.
Wow.
You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them.
What a bunch of assholes.
Leave me be.
By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. How could mere men bring down such a beast?
Vitamin water.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
I believe we've already met.
Have we? Oh, of course. You were at Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly.
I helped Hadvar escape. He said he'd vouch for me.
Hadvar's alive? I hope that's true. He's a damn good soldier. But he hasn't reported in yet, so he can't exactly confirm your story. In the meantime, why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
Keep an eye out for...
All I did was cross the border.
Planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Why?
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir? You can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
You survived Helgen? General
More like
Tullius
pride.
told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence I can use. Bravado gets soldiers killed. We'll soon find out. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in.
Sounds like fun.
Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Hey, I'm already a soldier. Nice.
Good we hold the Reach. Were the rebels to gain control, the silver mines would give them coin to hire more thugs and expand their violence.
The Empress cousin Vittoria Vici is getting married soon.
Hey, Vartu was right. Jarl Balgruuf is an idiot. Does he really not believe that Ulfric would take over Whiterun? And if he actually does believe it, then why not accept help from the Legion? You're basically asking to get your town pillaged and burned to the ground. Your citizens killed. Hello?
Kieran said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight.
Yeah. I've seen worse.
No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that.
Not bad if I do say so myself. And I do. I should probably keep my Imperial light boots on, but I'm not gonna, because then it doesn't match. I'm gonna take these off too, as impractical as that may sound. Oh, and you're Jabri Ra, the headsman who wanted to cut your head off. What's your story?
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people. And they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash.
Technically wrong, but I like playing as morally gray characters. Maybe Markarth. Make sure I'm prepared. Yes, I'm using melee weapons right now. I don't think using a bow for the thing we're about to see would be very smart. The City of the Dwarves.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Why not? Is it really that hard to believe that dwarves would build a city? That's kind of their whole thing, is that they build things. Oh no!
Don't do that.
The reach belongs
Hold on. Let's, just quick reload.
This pendant would look lovely on the
I missed again?
This pendant would look lovely on the
Okay, I got him. Jeez. Forsworn? What are those?
Everyone stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no
By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it. No. I don't have any idea. I was just shopping for a pendant for my sister back in the Imperial City.
That man said something about the Forsworn. No, he didn't! Somebody else said that.
I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans. I'm sorry. I don't know anymore. I'm just visiting here from Cyrodiil.
Is that true? You don't look like, whatever the people are called. Anyway.
I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans.
A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? A Forsworn? Strange. Well, I hope the Eight give you more peace in the future, for what it's worth. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important. No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn.
Did you see that, madman? A forsworn agent. Here in the city.
How did you know he was a forsworn agent?
Think he worked down at the smelter. A lot of laborers there are sympathetic to the forsworn. They promise people they'll kill off all the Nords that rule over the Reach. Nothing but murderers and saboteurs.
Interesting.
This has ruined my entire day.
More like your entire night.
Margaret, right in front of me.
Are you her mother?
No. She's such a nice woman. Comes by every day looking for jewelry for her family in Cyrodiil. Is it because she's a noble? Why would anyone
Maybe.
want to kill her? It doesn't make any sense. What's happening to this city?
We'll handle things from here. Move along. I said move along. The Forsworn are just a bunch of madmen. We have everything under control. Stay out of it.
That's what all you guys say. It's never true.